Hey, what's up? It's Jeff here. Just want to talk to you today about doing some really hard work. This is not fun, but the results are really fun and really cool. So I actually just got done with a training a group of people inside of one of my businesses about this. And I realized after I got off, I'm like, I just did a training and talked about a technique. I guess this is a technique now. This isn't like some formal thing. I never read about this. Nobody ever taught it to me, but I just kind of stumbled into it one day. And it has been one of the most powerful and effective strategies that I've ever come across for like, the term I use is becoming bulletproof, becoming so self-assured, so confident, so not lacking in weakness, but to convert weaknesses into strengths, to couple with our strengths, to get to where ideally we have a life where no one can hurt us. It makes you more powerful in business. It makes you more powerful with your family. It makes you more powerful in all of life, and just connecting and ultimately getting everything you want out of this world is just about connection. You're always one relationship away from anything you want or need. And so being able to go through life bulletproof, not fearing relationship and not fearing connection, because the byproduct of some connection could be that we get hurt. That's to me such tremendous power. And so what I've kind of stumbled into by realizing how valuable and therapeutic it could be for people on the internet to be taking shots at me is that one day it turned into me taking shots at myself. I've started getting these comments online and about, like some guys like, who is this loser? I've never heard of this guy. Gary V is way better. And then I'm like, and then my ego wants to respond and go, oh, he just compared me to Gary V, like whatever the hell that means. But then one day I'm sitting there looking at myself in the mirror going, Gary V is way better. You're a fucking fraud. You're a joke. Who the hell do you think you are? Where the hell did you get this ridiculous idea to go start putting videos on the internet like you're some kind of guru or oracle or freaking saint who's got it all figured out? I was like mean, like, who the hell do you think you are? And I just let myself have it, like darkness. The darkness came out from within. And I was mean to myself. I was a bigger bully to myself than I've ever given anyone else in this world permission to be. And what I realized at the end of it is I started arguing with myself. I actually looked at myself and I go, that's not true. And here's why. And I started to tell myself all the reasons that it was okay and that I was okay. What I realized, I looked at the way I felt from that, and I thought there were like two versions of me. One of them was attacking me and tearing me down. The other one was defending myself to myself. And I looked at, okay, well, who won and how do I feel? And I realized the version of me that loves myself creates its own energy. The version of me that tears myself down, because it's based on a lie, because it's based on probably a misperception, but definitely a perception of other people's truths, not my own. It can't produce its own energy from within me. It has to draw its energy from me or from outside of me. And so eventually it runs out. And then if I put those two forces in opposition and I just let them go toe to toe, and I let the worst of myself tell me the nastiest, meanest, darkest things about myself that I could possibly say to myself, and I get it out loud, where the cancer can't grow out in the light, right? And then I let the best of myself and the loving version of myself rebut and talk back and defend myself to myself. And I just let it all play out loud in front of a mirror. I realize the version of me that loves itself actually has more energy. It has more power. And all of a sudden, like, nothing can hurt you. Try it. Like, literally get in a place where you feel safe enough and protected enough, and there's a mirror, so the only person you have to fear is yourself, and let yourself have it. Like, hurt yourself, attack yourself, and then defend yourself and love yourself and see which force feels more powerful. And I'm going to tell you this. I believe this is scientific fact. If the darker version of yourself feels like it has more power, it's getting its power from something around you, something outside of you, or something that you're feeding your own mind. Cut off the power supply, and eventually the loving version of yourself will grow to be the most powerful version of yourself. And then everything changes. Your business changes, your job changes, your life changes, your relationships change. Everything, every problem that you've ever tried to solve, everything you've ever bought a course on or tried to get self-helpy about, it all gets better when you let that version of yourself grow and you cut off the energy supply from the version of yourself that wants to tear you down. All right? That's my truth for today. Appreciate you guys. Take care.